Okay, all right, welcome everybody to the December signing day. If I could have you take your seats, we'll get going in 30 seconds. Please take your seats and get ready. We'll be going in 30 seconds. Thank you.
All I gotta do is just walk over.
Hey, it's a far walk.
I can move closer.
No, you're good. Let us remember. Let us remember. Thank you for your attentiveness and respect right there. We gather together to recognize our senior student athletes that have earned opportunities to compete at the NCAA level next year. First and foremost, I want to give a warm welcome and thank you to all the family and friends. So let's go welcome our family and friends and cousins and everyone that come to support their students and their sons today. Please give them a round of applause. Well, we want to take a moment to welcome and recognize our faculty. Obviously, with the word student athletes, there are many teachers, staff along the way, counselors that have helped them get to where they are academically, to help them get to where they're going to go to the next level. Let's give a round of applause and recognize our faculty and staff that are here. And lastly, let's recognize our coaches, assistant coaches, athletic trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, everyone that has helped our student athletes who are committing today to get to the next level, to put them in the position to succeed and do what they want to do. Let's give a round of applause to all the coaches that helped them along the way. At this time, we'd like to begin our formal presentation with prayer by our president, Mr. David Holquin.
Thank you, Leo. Let us remember. Good and gracious God, we give you thanks for the many gifts and blessings we have in our lives. Most especially, we give you thanks for the gifts and the talents of these young men. We thank you for DJ, Alec, Derek, Toa, Jed, Matthew, and Davika. We give you thanks for their talents, for their hard work and perseverance. In a special way, Lord, we also pray your blessing upon the schools that will be receiving our young men, and that our young men, both who are signing today as well as in the audience, will continue to live as men of faith, integrity, and scholarship. Finally, Lord, we pray for all those who have made this journey possible, for parents, for siblings, for coaches, for teammates, and ultimately for this LaSallian Catholic mission we serve. We pray for those who go without, whether it's without food or shelter or loved ones. In a special way, Lord, we pray for all those who are sick or suffering, those we said we would pray for, or those who had asked for our prayers. For we know you hear us and answer us. And we offer this prayer and all that is good through Christ our Lord. Amen. St. John Baptist de La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts. I'm going to invite those of you who are standing by the exit sign to the right, feel free to come a little closer. There's plenty of open seats, and that way people could actually get through to you, please. Congratulations, gentlemen, on a well-deserved honor. We're very excited for you and to watch you in your next step.
Thank you, Mr. Holquin. Before we get going, I'd like to recognize our fall sports. As you all know, our fall sports season has concluded and our winter sports have gone. But we've had an exceptional fall season for cross country, water polo, and obviously football will be competing for the state open division championship. Let's take a moment and give everyone a round of applause for a great start to this season so far. At this time, we'll have brief introductions of our student athletes making their commitments today by their head coaches. First, for water polo, Coach Robbie Arroyo will speak about his student athlete. Coach Arroyo.
Thank you, Leo. I'm going to be talking about Davika Skov. Davika Skov is committing to UC San Diego and has been a phenomenal athlete throughout his entire career at De La Salle. He's had multiple NCS championships, which would actually be 3, which is phenomenal. But you look at how he was able to contribute to all those teams. and all the accolades that came with it, the All-League Awards, the All-NorCal Awards, and All-American Awards. And while the voting is going on now for some of those awards, expecting him to be able to earn those as well this year and going forward. And you look at, well, what type of teammate was Davica, and how was he able to go on and play in college? Well, he was somebody that opened up his teammates, and he was somebody that was able to score at will whenever he really wanted to. He was the fastest person in the pool at all times. And he also was somebody that was able to make great passes to his teammates, and when you look at his stats, he was second on our team in points for goals and assists. So when you look at it, and you look at overall player, and you look at from the defensive side, there are no championships without Davica Skov that would be raised in this arena right now. I just want to say, thank you to his family for giving me the opportunity to be able to coach him, and wishing him the best of luck going forward. And thank you so much.
Congratulations again, Davica. I think this is the first. I was trying to look back in history in my mind. I think this is the first time the head coach has been, it will be introducing his own son. Coach Johnson, come on up for swimming, and your son, Jed Johnson.
Thanks, Leo. Before I get into Jed's achievements, I'd like to congratulate everybody here that's signing. I know what goes into it, and you should all be proud, parents and student athletes alike. Special congrats to Davica, who could just as easily be going to college to swim. He's an unbelievable contributor to the swim team as well, so congrats, Davica. So I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to say about my son, Jed, and I guess I'll just do what a coach would do. I'm up here in my De La Salle coaching shirt, and I'm going to go put on my Cal Poly parent shirt in a minute. But as a coach, he's been a true blessing. He's arguably, and I would say, from my perspective, it is a little biased, but I'm pretty hard on my kids, and he's the hardest worker I've ever coached in my life. Jed's been a multiple event North Coast finalist since his freshman year, so all 3 years he's been a contributor at the North Coast level. Last year he was a state finalist. He's been all league. He's a school record holder in the 200 IM and on the 200 free relay. And I did a quick count last night. He's top 5 in every event in De La Salle history except for one, and it's just probably because he hasn't swum it very often. So he's a great all-around swimmer, a great all-around aquatics athlete. He spent 2 years playing water polo and contributed to 2 North Coast championships there, but decided to focus on swimming. So there's been a lot of chatter about what an amazing senior class this is. Here we are in the first semester. We're on our second signing day, and look at the number of athletes. I think there are going to be a lot more coming. And I can say this, after 17 years coaching high school swimming, I've never had a senior class like this. And so it's going to be great to see where they all go. But Jed did a great job of being the leader every day in the pool, leading this team, increasing the intensity, raising the bar, and he's been, one of the main contributors, and as of last year, the primary leader on a team that's won 3 North Coast section championships in a row. So congrats, Jed, heading to Cal Poly. I'm so happy for you, and it's going to be a fun ride to see what you do there.
Thank you, Coach Johnson. Coach Allenbaugh is now going to come up to speak about 4 student athletes that will be moving on to play the sport of football at the NCAA level. Coach Allenbaugh.
You can clap for me. It's all right. I'm a nice guy. Thank you. Sorry if I get a little emotional, but I just added it up. Combined with their time as call-ups, it's been 15 years of coaching these young men, which is incredible, and it's an honor. It's harder now than it's ever been to get recruited as a high school athlete, as a high school football player to go to college, and especially any major Division I colleges with which all these young men are going to. With the transfer portal and everything else, high school kids are kind of left out in the dark a little bit. And I'm very thankful, I'm very happy that all these young men are landing in some great spots where they're going to have a lot of success. First up is DJ Asiasi. It's never easy coming in as the younger brother of one of the best players that we've ever had here. And, when DJ first arrived, a lot of the talk was, well, he's not quite Devin. He's a little shorter than Devin. Is he as athletic as Devin? And ultimately, DJ was able, he's a 2-year starter. He's a 2-year two-way starter. He was able to forge his own legacy as one of the toughest two-way guys that I've ever coached. And he steps into a legacy as one of the finest tight end and defensive ends that we've had. He's good enough to be a major Division I defensive end. He's good enough to be a major Division I interior defensive lineman. He's good enough, if he puts on some weight, to be a major offensive tackle. That's how good of an athlete he is. And DJ, you were a lot easier to coach than your brother, so you can take that with you as well. DJ Asiasi to the University of Nevada. Derek Blanche, another three-year varsity football player, a 3-year starter, and he's one of the most versatile backs that we've had. And I've never seen a running back lose weight from his junior year to his senior year and actually get way better. He's playing his finest football this year. We've had so many blowouts this year that his stats don't really match, but he's averaging about 10 yards a carry. That's not easy to do when we're playing some of the finest competition in the world. That's the first time that we could ever say this. And he's had an incredible senior year, and he's rushed for over 2,000 yards. And this is something that Pat O'Rourke and our statistician told me. He has the most receptions out of the backfield of any running back in De La Salle history. That includes greats like Patrick Walsh, Teron Ward, Maurice Jones-Drew. He's got more out of the backfield than them. That's how versatile of a player that he is. And Portland State's getting an absolute steal, and I would not be surprised to see him playing very early there. So congratulations to Derek. We have another first here. So Toa Favai, he got called up as a freshman. He's a 3-year starter as a quarterback. It's not easy to play quarterback here. With all the triple option that we run, quarterbacks have to make a decision on every single solitary play. Toa, he's got the first time here. He's our first 2,000-yard rusher as a quarterback. That's never happened in the history of De La Salle High School either. What makes me so proud as well is that in the 4 years that I've been coaching him, he's shown some of the most growth as a leader and as a young man that I've ever had. And he was voted as a near unanimous team captain for his senior year, which is well deserved. It's been incredible to coach him. You can't teach a human that is as big and strong as him to run as fast. I don't know how it's possible, but he's just so fast and versatile, and he can throw the ball a country mile. He's going to have an incredible college career. I firmly believe that. And the coaches over at Idaho are absolutely ecstatic to have him, and they should be. I'm going to miss coaching him. It's going to be sad not to have him here next year, but I'm very excited to watch him play on Saturday afternoon. So congratulations to Toa. For those of you wondering what a major Division I athlete looks like, Matthew Johnson, that's what they look like. And for those of you that want to know what a true leader and a true Spartan are, that's Matthew Johnson. That's what they look like, and that's how they behave. He's a two-year captain. That happens very, very rarely at De La Salle. All of our captains are voted on by their teammates, and he's a 2-year captain. He was a unanimous captain his senior year, and it's well deserved. He has some of the most upstanding character that I've ever seen, and I've ever had the pleasure of coaching. As a football player, he's a two-way, 2-year starter. That means he's playing on the offensive line and the defensive line. He's good enough to play basically every offensive line and every defensive line position. I'm very thankful that he's going to be going to the University of Oregon because he's going to be coached by a former Spartan and a good friend of mine. I know he's going to take great care of him. And for those of you that are trying to keep track at home, Oregon is the best football team in college football. They don't recruit bad football players. They don't even recruit really good football players. They recruit incredible football players, and that's Matthew Johnson. And he's created a great legacy here, both as a football player but also as a leader and a Spartan. I'm incredibly thankful to have coached him, and we'll definitely be seeing him play on Saturday afternoon. So congratulations to Matthew.
Thank you, Coach Allenbaugh, for those words of those 4 football players. Another first, we have a dual sport athlete committing at the NCAA next year. We have Coach Jeans for baseball and Coach Schroeder for basketball.
First of all, I just want to congratulate all the student athletes here on signing. I couldn't agree more with what Coach Allenbaugh said in the sense of it's harder than ever to sign with a college from high school, all right, with the transfer portal and all that. This young man has done it at the high major level, the Power 5 level in both basketball and baseball. Our coaching staff, we've had the fortune of coaching Alec for the past 4 years. Alec's been the best varsity basketball player since he arrived as a freshman, which is totally unheard of in high school basketball, especially at a program like ours where we've had success. He's earned a ton of accolades. Most notably, he's been the Cal High Sports State Athlete of the Year as a sophomore. Last year, he was EBAL Player of the Year in basketball. He's ranked top 50 in the country in 247 sports in basketball. He's also was named Athlete of the Year as a junior here at De La Salle. There's only one other student athlete that can say that here at De La Salle, and he was an Olympic diver, Christian Ibsen. Alec is on his way to becoming the leading scorer all time here at De La Salle. That's a over 20-year-old record. He's right now at 1427. The leader is at 1650. So I would say in the next 10 or 15 games, he's going to break that record. Outside of his scoring prowess, he's an incredible playmaker. He makes passes. He's an elite passer. He's an elite rebounder. And we tend to put him on the best player on the other team because he's an incredible defender as well. If we statted dunks, he would definitely be the all-time leader in dunks made per game, or I shouldn't say per game, in his career. Beyond the basketball and baseball accolades, he's become a leader in our community, on our campus, and within our team. He's been voted captain 2 years in a row by our players on our team. He most recently led the call to worship at Thanksgiving Mass. He's participated in a ton of community service events since he's been here, and he also has a 3.78 GPA. So this guy's got a huge future ahead of him. I'm so excited to watch you, Alec. I love coaching you, and I'm going to cherish every day for the next 90 days, and I'm going to turn it over to Coach Jeans. He's going to talk about the baseball side.
Thank you guys all for coming out and supporting. It's in true Spartan fashion that we recognize all these guys, and everybody has respect for all the activities that everybody does at this school, so I appreciate it. I won't go on too long. He said a lot of things that I want to say. Alex, phenomenal. He's a five-tool player, and that's hard to do in baseball. When you can hit for power, run, you can throw, you play defense. He'll be a 3-year varsity starter for us in center field. He's kind of our quarterback out there. He's one of the top players in the country. There's rankings and all that stuff. He's up there. He was an area code participant, and I think he did probably one of the best guys down there for the players in the country. He has a chance to go high in the draft if he chooses to do so. So he's going to have some opportunities down the line. But just for him, I mean, there's certain people that you just like to be around and have conversations with. He's one of the most mature guys I've ever coached. So I enjoy talking with him. He gets the game. He's smart. There's certain things that we both see together, and I really respect that. I think the most you can say about baseball, it's the first time I came to a basketball open gym and I saw 2 major league scouts watching him in basketball. And we're talking high-level guys, cross-checkers. And so whatever his option is, I know a lot of people doubted him about playing 2 sports and the crossover and the time. And he's going to continue to prove people wrong, and I'm proud of you, Al.
Let's give one final round of applause to our coaches and the student athletes as they make their commitments. At this time, feel free to sign to your next chapter on your national letter of intent. At our conclusion, right now we have pictures for families, friends. We also have an interview with De La Salle TV, Pat O'Rourke. Thanks again for coming, and appreciate all of the community support. Thank you very much. Come on down, take some pictures. If I can get one student, Davica, if you can come over here, we'll get you up, start doing interviews. We'll start getting some stuff moving here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good job. Do you want to undo the? Do you want to undo the tape? Or are you just gonna go over there? Should we move this? Yeah. Gotta grab the mic. You want me to move this out of the way?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll just go.
Maybe I'll be, yeah.
And welcome back here on signing day. We're joined by Matthew Johnson, who's signed at the University of Oregon, a #1 team in the country. And Matthew, exciting day. I'm sure this is a decision not too hard when you go to a place like Oregon, but talk about some of the biggest factors for you and why you chose Oregon.
Coaching is close to home. My mom, her fiance lives up there, so be kind of taking a piece of home with me when I go up there. And they're a great team. Proof is in the pudding. Obviously, they're having a really great season this year, so something I want to be a part of.
Coach Allenbaugh alluded to Tosh Lupoy. How much of a factor was he in this former Spartan in the recruiting process?
A big factor. Coach Lupoy, Coach Lanning, Coach Tuioti, they've all been down here. They recruited me pretty much since I was a sophomore, so I built a great relationship with Coach Lupoy and all those guys.
You've made a huge impact here at De La Salle, as Coach Allenbaugh said, playing on both sides of the line. I know you bring the physicality that coaches love. I mean, talk about your intensity and how hard you've worked for this moment, because you seem like a really hard worker that's done everything you can to get to this moment.
Every day when I wake up, the question is, what can I do to get better? And, I take it seriously every practice and every rep. So I'm intentional with my work, and, it's going to continue to show, and I'm going to continue to, operate the same way I've been operating.
Is there anything about from the process here with the high school and the football team that you can take into Oregon as far as stuff you've learned along the way?
Definitely. I mean, just the habits I've learned coming here, the work ethic, the discipline, the dedication to your teammates and your family, all those things I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life. So, I've built a great foundation here, and, I'm going to take that with me wherever I go.
All right, Matthew Johnson, congratulations. Congratulations, Matthew Johnson. What a career here at De La Salle. Still going. The state championship game, of course, coming up in a week and a half when Johnson and the Spartans will be taking on Mater Dei, as we're going to welcome in someone else here for an interview, as we got plenty of signees to talk to today. And I think we might get Alec Blair here really quick. And here comes Alec Blair, who is One of the best athletes we've ever had here at De La Salle, Alec. Really, what a day. I mean, you're playing both baseball and basketball at Oklahoma. Talk about that decision, the process, how it all came about. I'm sure there's a bunch of other schools that wanted to have you. What made you choose Oklahoma?
Yeah, it was a really hard decision. I first started talking to schools in the 8th grade. I think TCU reached out, and at the start, my freshman year, I got a lot of offers in baseball, and it was a lot of people were telling me, hey, like you weren't going to be able to play both baseball and basketball, and but there were also people telling me, hey, like you're too good of a basketball player just to let it go and not play. So I ended up waiting on that decision. A lot of my best friends actually committed their freshman year. And I waited, and I ended up, my junior year, I started attracting a lot of basketball scouts, and Oklahoma came to the mix, and they told me that they'd let me play both. And, so I went down there, I checked it out. I was still a little skeptical because you don't hear about this a lot. And it was a perfect plan, and they have literally everything planned out to the smallest little detail. I love their coaching staffs, both baseball and basketball. Honestly, they just did the best job recruiting me. They were fantastic from start to finish, and I really do feel like I've formed very deep connections with their not only the coaches but the players as well. And I love Norman, and I can't wait to be a Sooner.
As far as I'm sure you get asked this a lot, and it's probably tough to choose, but can you pick a sport you like more between the two of them?
You know what? I get this question a lot, but I don't know. I don't think I could. I mean, I really do love both sports so much. And, I think when I'm playing baseball, I'm like, gosh, can't wait to play hoops. And when I'm playing hoops, I'm like, gosh, can't wait to play baseball. I can't stop playing both. I play both pretty much year round as much as I can. Obviously, it's hard with practice all the time in games, but, I'm an addict. So I love both sports so much, and I'm literally obsessed. So, yeah.
Well, you've done a great job for being someone that's so highly touted as a freshman. I'm sure as you go as a freshman, you're that talented. It's tough to find ways to improve, but you find ways to improve, and you've gotten better in both sports each year. I mean, how do you have that motivation when you're told right away as a freshman that you're already a great athlete?
Well, I mean, there's always, areas in which you can improve on, right? You can always get better. For me, the goal has always been not only just to make it to, the MLB or NBA, but I want to be the greatest. I want to be the greatest to ever, lace them up. And so, I mean, whenever you're comparing yourself to, Michael Jordan or Babe Ruth, there's always something you can improve on. I love the game. Like I've said, I love both games. And I just want to be the best version of myself. And, there's my mom's always in my ear and telling me how I need to get better. And even after every game, even after a great game, she'll tell me, hey, you did this and this was terrible. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And so I'm going to go work on that. But also, I've been blessed with amazing coaching staffs, both here at De La Salle and also outside of De La Salle during summer. And they've always told me, not to settle and just to chase greatness. So, yeah.
All right, well, you're doing us proud. Congratulations, and looking forward to the rest of the year.
Go Spartans, Boomer Sooner, baby.
Alec Blair signing with Oklahoma to play both baseball and basketball, and now we've got Davica Scoff, who's going to UC San Diego for water polo. And Davica, congratulations on this day. When you think about the whole process coming to this day, I mean, can you think back any memories you've had in the past or anything that makes you think in terms of how you built yourself for this moment to get to the next level?
I mean, recently, just winning NCS, like that kind of, completes the picture. Like really, right after that, I feel like now I can go to UC San Diego with ease, and I feel like there's no stress. I feel like I won it all, and now I can continue this into my college career. And I feel like that's something that's just kind of relieving, and also like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be really fun to just not know what's going to happen next, but just experience it.
Well, you guys have done a great job, water polo, win the NCS Open Championship 3 of your 4 years here at De La Salle. UC San Diego, one of the better programs in the country. Obviously, you don't have to have a lot of reasons to go there. Beautiful weather down there, great place to play. Talk about some of the things that really jumped out at you, why you chose UC San Diego.
Well, one is it's right next to the beach. La Jolla is going to be a great place to stay. So just even whenever I want, I can just go surf or even just stay by the beach, go in the sand. And that's just the location part of it. When I went and hung out with the team, they're all really nice there. They're all super cohesive. Like when I was watching them play, they all They all talk to each other like really efficiently, and everything just worked well there. And then off the pool deck, they're all great guys. They're just like super fun to be around. The coaching staff is great there. Usha is a great coach there. And overall, I just love my decision because I love UC San Diego. When I went there, I just loved everything about it. There wasn't anything that I didn't like.
Do you see some similarities between maybe the program there, or the school there, and here?
I mean, really, it's just going to be my routine. I feel like going through school and then going through polo, I mean, that's going to be similar, but I mean, I know it's just going to be another step. There's another level, and I know it's going to be harder, but I'm all for it. I want to do it.
All right, Davica Skov, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thanks, Davica. Congratulations, going to UC San Diego to play water polo at the next level, part of our great water polo team that made it to the NorCal Championship game for the first time in school history. That's won the NCS Open Championship 3 of the last 4 years. We've still got a couple more to go here as far as in here. Looks like we're going to get DJ Asiasi coming over. And DJ, congratulations, signing with the University of Nevada. Coach Allenbaugh talked about it as far as what you're required here at De La Salle to play on both sides of the line, play defensive line, play tight end. You've done that so well. I think you bring the level of physicality of the coaches desire. I mean, the coaches preach physicality all the time. You seem to be the staple of that. Anything you can say as far as how you prepare yourself to meet that level of physicality game in and game out?
Man, it just has to do with preparation, like in practice. I just take the coaches, what they say, their coaching. I just listen to it. You know, they preach physicality all the time in practice, and you know that's my main focus in my game. You know, I don't want to. I can make mistakes, but I don't want to make any mistakes on something that I can control with something like effort or physicality. That's like that's just kind of how I play the game. So, yeah.
Well, you've done it very, very well. You're going to University of Nevada. Head coach Jeff Choate. Obviously, they've got a good program up there. And what are some of the things that you're looking forward to competing? Obviously, you're not too far away from home, close enough for family to come watch you play. What are some of the big things about Nevada?
Some of the big things, the coaches definitely. Coach Virgil, Coach Choate, they made everything feel like family, feel like home. Especially Coach Green, you know, I'm excited to get coached by him. He has NFL experience, blocking, tight end. You know, he does both. I'm not going to call him blocking tight end. He knows. But, yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to get coached by them. I know that they're gonna develop me into a good player.
Anything you see as far as similarities you see between their program and the one you guys got here?
Definitely. I could see that they preach physicality just like we do, and I feel like they just feel like home. You know, they just make everything feel like home. You know, coaches, the players too. It's a welcoming environment, and I feel like that's one thing that separates Nevada from all the other schools.
All right, DJ Asiasi, congratulations on a great day. Looking forward to watching you compete again in a week and a half. All right, thanks to DJ Asiasi, and now we're going to bring in Toa Fa'avai as he's committing to University of Idaho. And Toa, congratulations on this great day. It's been a great career for you. Can you think about anything along as far as the process, as far as how you got to this day? Because I know it required a ton of hard work. Is there anything that jumps out at you as far as this whole process that got you to this day?
Yep, you know, just staying humble and put my head down, keep grinding, you know, trusting the process. You know, when I came to De La Salle, I came here, you know, to be great and, you know, surround myself with great people. And I feel like, you know, I just trusted my teammates, trusting, you know, my coaches, and everything fell in place.
You're going to go into Idaho to play for Coach James Eck. They're 9-3 this season. They've won 5 straight games. Do you see some of the similarities between the program in Idaho and the one here?
Yes, I do. You know, the main thing I see is just, you know, grit, having that mentality, and figuring out a way to win. You know, going to a team that, you know, is, you know, doing well right now is, you know, makes me very confident in, you know, in the team and the coaches. And just like this team, you know, we have one more game. We have the state game, you know, playing a very good team out in SoCal. But, you know, we just put our heads down, grind, and, you know, figure out a good game plan and, you know, keep it going.
As you mentioned, a big game coming up here in a week and a half against Mater Dei. As far as, you know, going back to this process and going to college and going to University of Idaho, you talk about some of the hard work. Is that something you feel like that it's been instilled? It's been easy for you to lead in terms of accept that leadership role, because you were starting quarterback as a sophomore here, and I'm sure it probably wasn't easy to be a leader then, but probably a lot easier to be a leader now. Anything in terms of that jumps out at you as far as how you accepted that leadership role and engaged with it?
Yes, sir. Obviously, you know, being a sophomore, starting on varsity was, you know, a big jump for me. You know, it was just more just gaining my teammates' trust, you know, having them trust me, being able to fit into that leadership, and just ease my way into. I knew it was a type of respect I would have to earn as a sophomore on varsity starting. And so, my junior year, it's another year for me to keep building up. And then, my senior year, I really, focused on and honed on into, getting into that leadership role and leading these guys to a state championship.
Toa Fa'avai, 2,000-yard career rusher. He's also got about 700 yards passing this year as well. Congratulations on a great career, and looking forward to watching you compete in a week and a half.
Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations to Toa Fa'avai and going to University of Idaho. Thank you very much. Now we got Jed Johnson coming in. Jed's going to Cal Poly, introduced by your father, who's also your swimming coach. He mentioned as far as how hard of a worker you are. I'm sure that made his job a lot easier as a coach. Is that something you really embraced since you were young as far as being a hard worker?
Yeah, that was one of the first lessons he ever taught me from a young age. Like, since I started swimming, he's always taught me to just put my best effort out there. And doing that, I'll just get the best results. As long as I put everything I can into it, then I'll succeed.
He's going there for swimming. That's why he's called Jed the Jet Johnson. And Jed, you're going to Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. What a great setting it is down there as far as you got a couple of De La Salle alums, Evan O'Connell and Scott Iannacone, that are already competing down there. I'm sure it makes things a little easier by heading down knowing you got a couple of Spartans already there.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Everyone down there, the whole team, they're fired up where the program is at. They're excited. They're swimming well, and it's just going to be cool because I know a lot of guys on the team. It's just a great school, a great place, and I'm really excited.
And what about anything else at Cal Poly that really jumped out at you as far as what really appealed you to the school?
The academics are obviously great. The majors they have there, they fit what I want to do. I want to be a doctor, and just the guys there, they're super welcoming, and it just seems like a great environment.
All right, Jed Johnson, congratulations. Looking forward to watching you compete in the spring.
Thank you.
All right, thanks to Jed Johnson, going to Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. And now we're going to welcome in Derek Blanche, who's headed to Portland State. And Derek, come on in here. Congratulations. What a great career it's been. You're going to Portland State. Can you think about anything in particular when you think about in the past as far as how you got to this moment? Because obviously it took a lot of hard work to get here, to get to this day. Anything in particular that jumps out at you?
Just all of it, man. The whole process, just working to where I am now, all the work I put in even before high school, and then getting to high school, that transitioning from onto varsity, and just having to make that big leap, and to be able to lead my team early and be able to make an impact early. And I really felt I really worked for that, day in, day out, late nights, early mornings, just all of it, and the whole process to what got me here now.
And you've been a great leader for this team as well. I'm sure a lot of ways leading by example. Anything you could say? If you're someone that got some time on varsity as a freshman, and now here in your senior year, obviously leading the team and rushing, about 1,000 yards rushing this year, over 2,000 in your career. Anything in particular as a leadership role you felt you've had to embrace during this time?
Just embracing, the hard work that we all put in as a team, as a unit. It all adds up. So I had to step up early as like you said, as a freshman, and then going into my sophomore year. Taking that opportunity to be a starter and just running with that opportunity and not looking back. So that was the most important part, just taking a grasp of the opportunities that are presented to you, and I feel like I really did that, and I did that well.
Going to the Portland State Vikings, head coach Bruce Barnum down there. Talk about their program and as far as what appealed to you about going to Portland State.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Bruce, Coach Patterson. They just all it took was opportunity. They gave me the opportunity. They really believed in me, and that meant a lot. I went down there and loved the scenery, loved the city of Portland, and it's just beautiful down there. And then the program, just getting down there and talking with some of the guys, it was a really cool experience. So I'm glad I got down there and got to do that, and I'm really excited.
All right, Derek Blanche, thanks a lot. Congratulations. It's been a pleasure to watch you compete, and looking forward to watching you play in a week and a half.
Thank you.
All right, thanks to Derek Blanche. Congratulations to him going to Portland State as we speak to all our signees today. And I think that is everybody. It looks like we got everyone here that is signed today. Another great signing day here at De La Salle. Our second one already this school year, and we've had some great college commitments and signees. And great to visit with all of them today. All of them obviously speak very well. So thanks for joining us here for a signing day. We're pleased to have you with us, and we're going to sign off for the moment. You've been watching on De La Salle TV. Have a good day.